Hello, welcome to Learning Law, and in this video Company Law Part 4 we are going to discuss definition and contents of prospectus, misrepresentation in prospectus, statement in lieu of prospectus. Prospectus. Section 2 Clause 70 of Companies Act 2013 defines prospectus as prospectus means any document described or issued as prospectus, any notice, circular, advertisement or other document inviting offers from the public for subscription or purchase of any securities of a body corporate, and includes red herring and shelf prospectus. Prospectus is a document which is in form of advertisement or notice which is issued to the public for subscription of shares on a particular company. Meaning, a document issued by a company to invite the public and the investors for subscribing the securities is called as prospectus. A prospectus contains detailed information on the securities, and public company can issue a prospectus to offer its shares and debentures, whereas a private company cannot issue prospectus. Public company can issue prospectus for to offer its shares and debentures, uh, prospectus as an advertisement. Next, contents of prospectus. For filing and issuing the prospectus of a public company, it must there must be dated and contain all the necessary information as stated under 26. What are the contents of prospectus? Name and registered office, secretary or legal advisor, etc. Date of opening and closure of issue, statement of board about utilization and non-utilization of previous issues, consent of expert opinion, authority for issue and details of resolution passed for it, capital structure, procedure and time schedule for allotment and issue of shares, minimum subscription and amount payable on premium, details of directors, their remuneration and extent of their interest in the company, reports for the purpose of financial information such as auditor report, report of profit and loss of 5 years, financial years, and all those things. So these are the contents of prospectus. Misrepresentation or untrue statement in prospectus. A misrepresentation is defined as the inclusion or omission of any fact which is likely to mislead the public. Uh, uh, what to say? An inclusion or omission of fact in a dishonest intention to make the public to buy the shares from their company, which is misleading the public for buying the shares. Misstatement may occur when a statement which is untrue or misleading in form or context is included in the prospectus. A person who has signed and given consent to the prospectus is liable for misstatement in prospectus. What are the punishment for misstatement means? Misstatement in the prospectus can invoke criminal punishments, criminal liabilities under section 34 and civil liabilities under section 35. Criminal liability. Abuse of position committed by a person is also considered as fraud under the section. Section 447 prescribes the punishment for fraud, which is if a fraud involves more than an amount of 10 lakh rupees or 1% of turnover of company, whichever is lower, shall be punishable with imprisonment for a minimum term of 6 years, which may extend to 10 years and fine. If a fraud involves an amount less than 10 lakh or less than 1% of turnover company, whichever is lower, and does not involve a question of public interest, then the imprisonment may extend to 5 years or with fine, which may extend to 50 lakh rupees or both. If the fraud in question involves public interest, then the term of imprisonment shall not be less than 3 years. Civil liability for misstatement in prospectus. Civil liability for misstatement in prospectus will arise when a person has sustained any loss or damage by subscribing the securities of company based on misleading prospectus. Director, promoter or any person who authorized the prospectus is liable for the misstatement in prospectus. Section 36 defines those liable to pay compensation includes the director of the company at the time of issue of prospectus and the promoters, among others, to every person who has sustained loss or damage. Thank you for watching this video.